Hey y'all, this is Dr. Samaria M Colbert. I'm the founder of Kingdom Creative Counseling, licensed therapist, published author, and I help people to get free spiritually, emotionally, mentally free through Jesus Christ. Let's get it popping. 15 minutes as promised. Oh, it says hang on there. We're telling more followers to join your video. So I hang on for a few minutes Instagram. Y'all know I don't play. I just keep it going. We're going to talk about how to grow your Christian private practice. So let me give Instagram a few minutes. It keeps saying, hang on there. We're telling followers. Okay, I'll hang on. So, quick disclaimer. I did do follow me on YouTube or my Facebook. I did just do a live where I talked about growing your business God's way and different biblical strategies. But now I'm going to talk to those. I think I'm okay. Yeah, we're good. We're just going to start going. I wanted to talk about how to grow your Christian private practice. And I'm going to do this in 15 minutes or less. Okay, 15 minutes or less. Okay. I want to tell you some strategies of how I grow and continue to grow my business. Like I said, we're not quite where we need to be, but we are popping, y'all. We just rolling and we just rolling and growing. Okay, we just keep growing. And so, just talk to you some basic strategies. I'm not gonna be able to do everything because it's, like I said, 15 minutes. First thing, I'm gonna tell you some things I see. I'm like, oh, don't do that. First thing is putting a flyer on Facebook or social media saying these are the services that we offer. It's not going to get your business to grow. It's just not the truth of the matter is therapists, Christian counselors are honestly a dime a dozen. You can find a local Christian-based counselor anywhere. You can call your insurance. So just say, hey, this is my business, Facebook. This is what it's not going to grow your business. I've said before, like for me, I am. Someone's growing a business, but if you can't look at my social media following and say, oh, her business is really growing, her private practice, because I don't have a huge social media following. So you're going to have to do more than just saying, hey, I'm a Christian counselor. This is what we offer. Because no one really cares. Right? Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to tell you what's helpful for me is that you do want to have a website that focuses primarily on counseling. Now, I know a lot of people who counsel have clinical licensure and they do multiple things, okay? And I know some of y'all like, huh? Like that, duh. Well, let me tell you what I see. Let me tell you this. So, let me tell you what else I do. I'm an author. I've written over 50 books, and I just recently released another one. Thank you, Jesus. I have a consulting firm. I have a podcast. I have training courses. I have a YouTube channel. Now, I wouldn't have a lot of traction, but it's still there. I have all these things going on. If I put all that in a counseling website, in my website for my counseling practice, my clients are going to get overwhelmed by that. It kind of comes off as if you have all these things going on and you just happen to throw counseling into the mix. It overwhelms them. And I say that because I know a lot of therapists who have multiple streams of income. They do multiple things. Don't put all that in your counseling website. Focus only on counseling. I don't care if you do all kinds. I can do I can business strategies. All these things. If I put that all on my website, it doesn't come across as you're focused on counseling. It comes across as you're focused on all these other things, and you just happen to throw counseling in the mix. Okay. Make sure you have a website that is only for counseling. Now, what I do is I encourage you to look at my websites. Kingdom Creative Counseling is the primary website for counseling. It focuses on, and I have a few links, like if people know who the therapist is, and they can click on the link. But I'm not having like, oh, if you want to do a business strategy here, and if you want to do a leadership development strategy here, and if you want to do a course, hit this button, and if you want to do this, hit this button. And then you say you got too much going on. Remember, this not the same as no shaded coaching. Not the same as your coaching program. Not the same as anything else. It is counseling. People are coming to you because they are hurting, and you got 15 different things. Just click on this button here. I've seen this. Click on this button here and this button here, and you're doing things that have really not a whole lot to do with counseling. It's overwhelming to the potential clients that you have because it's like you're on. It appears if you're you don't have undivided attention towards counseling. Like, what is your expertise in counseling? Okay, so have a website that focuses only on counseling. Again, you can look at my website www.kingdomcreativecounseling.com, and it'll give you an example. I'm not the guru of the standard basically, but it's a pretty good website. Okay, it's pretty simple, but it's pretty good. Okay, but if you look at my other website, www.samariacolbert.com, that has more the vastness and all of what I can offer someone, because I have different businesses. But I'm not focusing. But my counseling practice focuses solely 90% of it is on counseling. There are a few links. That's it for other stuff, so you can get to know me. Because there are other professionals that kind of are interested, and they just may type in Kingdom Creative Counseling versus Samaria. I don't know. And a few links, but it's a counseling website. Now, Samaria, Samaria does consulting, Samaria does like training, Samaria that has all this other stuff. That's it. That's at www.samariacolbert.com. So have a website. And you do want to have a website. Some people think it's virtual business, you don't really need a website. This week alone, I've had multiple clients say, "Oh, well," they call their insurance and they say, "Oh, well, I just pulled up your information. Oh, I really like you." The people, your counseling clients, remember, they're dealing with pain, they're dealing with hurts. They will look you up and then make sure that you are in line with what they're looking for. I had one client say, "Oh my goodness, I loved your website." And again, my website is very simple. You're not going to, bells and whistles, okay? But it was in line. I specifically said kind of what I do in that. So she did look me up. A couple of people did look up the website. So again, you do want to have a website. And I'm saying that because we're getting virtual. Everything's going virtual now. And some people think I just have a good, I don't know, what is it? They just don't think I need a website. Okay, you do need, because particularly for counseling clients, they're very sensitive. They're dealing with certain issues, and they really want to see, is this someone that I can invest in? Is it someone that has the expertise that I need? And if you don't have any of that, you may be missing the boat, okay? Now, marketing is not my huge strategy, but I'm going to tell you some do's and I'm going to tell you some don'ts, okay? You do want to market things like what your niche is. I've heard people say, "I'm a Christian mental health counselor." Okay, that's great. That's not going to get you clients. I've heard people say, "I do inner healing." You the next person. That's not going to get you clients. Like, being very broad is not, I deal with depression. Well, you and everybody else. Like, you have clients, you and everybody, that's not going to help you. Okay? You want to be specific about your niche. So things you may want to market is how long you've been in practice. I've been in practice for a few years, but I've been in the mental health field almost 15 years. Okay? I know I don't look that good because my skin is, what I'm saying? But I really have been in practice that long. You may talk about the benefits of counseling. You may talk about successes you have seen. And again, you do these little snippets and these like promotionals and talk about your successes. How I started my business is that my practice, is that I was working in the field for so many years, and I noticed that clients who had more of a faith orientation, they did exceptionally well a lot quicker. Now, I see people from all walks of life. You do not have to be a Christian, and I do not, to be in my practice, and they still come. But that's when I'm kind of marketing and I'm being interviewed for podcasts or people are asking me about my practice. I'm telling them that, like, I've been in practice for 15 years. I've done it all. I worked in group homes. I work inpatient. I work outpatient, and I've seen pretty much it all. And I've had successes in that area. And so I'm putting on I'm telling you a little bit about me. Okay. You also want to have a niche and you want to have a specialty. Again, Christian counseling is cute, but that's a check box on your insurance. It's not going to get you clients. I do inner healing. That's cute. That's real nice. It's not going to get you clients. That's nice. That's not going to get you clients. What separates you from the next person? Okay, you want to ensure confidentiality. That is a big piece. Again, for me, for those who don't know, I started up in trauma based. Now I counsel a lot of leaders in different fields, ministries, business, entrepreneurs, other therapists. These are the people that I counsel. So when I'm advertising, I ensure confidentiality. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Do not say I provide counseling. I do telehealth or virtual counseling over Skype, FaceTime, that Google Hangouts. Like, come on, y'all. You cannot say you're a professional counselor and you don't know that we have to use healthcare governed systems. Okay, so I ensure confidentiality. So that nothing is going to be 100%. Okay, but that just simply means that everything's encrypted, it's highly protected. I'm using systems that are governed and that are supported for healthcare organizations because I'm a healthcare organization. Okay, but when I'm looking at my FAQ, my section on my website, okay, that I have frequently asked questions, I ensure confidentiality for me because I may see clients that may necessarily be more known or may be more concerned. Like if I'm counseling a pastor, they are concerned about, they may not necessarily want everyone to know their stuff. Obviously, I have extra form that I have them to fill out for their comfortability. I'm just going to do it anyway. I may have a social media form, but I ensure confidentiality. And I again, most therapists do if you're really a true professional therapist. But I emphasize that. Okay, that's a marketing strategy as well, and this is a professional standard. You also can advertise to other professionals. I always keep track of who is how people are referred to me. Okay, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But then I also refer clients to other clinicians, other counselors. Okay, so you want to advertise to other professionals. There's some clients I just cannot see. It may not be a good fit. Sometimes with we all kind of working together. So if it's not a good fit, I'm not going to just say, hey, we can't see you, or I don't like. Let's say, for example, you're a therapist and you specialize in something I don't really specialize in. Like I don't really specialize in eating disorder. That's not really my vein. You see what I'm saying? So I may have to find you a different therapist that specializes in that area that I don't specialize in. And I'm not against it. I don't know a lot about it because it's not my area of expertise. So you can advertise to other therapists, not a competition. They're going to send you clients, okay? So again, I keep track of all of my referrals and where they came from. Okay, number one is word of mouth. Because I'm a clinician, I accept insurance. It's insurance. Primary care providers. Guess what I did? I marketed to them. Now, when I first started off, again, this is pre-COVID, I just sent a press release. Because their fax numbers, are like, they're public record. Okay, I'm just telling you what I did. So I got a real nice flyer and sent masses of referrals to different primary care providers. Hey, press release, read all about it, So primary care physicians, word of mouth is the number one. Your reputation means something. Who else? I can't think of, EAPs. And again, I can't think of, my mind's going blank. But I have a system where in my forms, I say, how did you hear about our practice? Okay, so that means I'm going to put, and I said this in our last, I'm going to put more energy into the places that tend to send me more referrals. I don't get referrals from social media. I don't have a huge social media following. So do I put stuff into social media? Sure, my websites, promotional thing, but I'm not necessarily trying to do that to get more counseling clients because they don't come from me from social media. So you know what I'm saying? Plus there's some, we gotta have some professional boundaries here, but I still keep track of that so that I make sure, Psychology Today, they send me a lot of referrals. So I always keep track and there's certain things I'm going to keep up with. I keep up with my subscription to Psychology Today. However, there were some subscription websites that I didn't keep up with as much, because they just weren't sending me referrals. So I discontinued those. Okay. Oh, and by the way, you do get 6 months free for Psychology Today. Just shoot me your email underneath the description box. All therapists do it. I get a free month if you sign on. If I give them your information, but you can sign on for Psychology Today and get 6 months of free referrals, and that really helped to build my business when I first started. Okay. And other areas. So keep track of how people find out about you. Tell people about you. Tell your family. Tell your friends. Tell your coworkers. Tell people about your practice, and that's perfectly fine. And word of mouth means something. But again, just keep track of how people hear about you. I've had clients say, I just heard about you. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or someone knew that there was a practice in the area that was in line with their value system. Okay, so don't discount word of mouth, okay? So let's talk with don'ts. Do not take dig at other professionals on your promotions. I literally saw this recently. I'm like, but you want to grow a counseling practice? We're all working together. So it's not going to, if I see another therapist that does something similar to me, I'm not going to put promotions where I'm better than her. I've seen this and I'm like, okay, we know you're trying to build your practice. It's not going to happen that way. don't take digs at other like people in the field. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just don't do that. We all are working together. Remember, it's a counseling practice, not a competition. And when you say I'm a Christian counselor and you do things like that, it doesn't look good on your character. And people are not necessarily going to invest in your business. So don't take digs at us versus them. I've gotten referrals from churches. Okay? I've heard some things that my clients have been counseled. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to go on a rant about how I'm better than you, because I'm not. We're all working together. I've had pastors to come to for counseling. I've had pastors who send clients to me for counseling. Not the same ones, because, conflict of interest. I've had Christian leaders who say, hey, I'm seeing the client for this, but I like what you're doing. Or maybe marriage counseling. Could you see this client for this particular, and they give me referrals. Okay. So we're all working together, but don't make your marketing strategy, how your practice and what you offer is better than the next person. It looks very shady. It comes across as being kind of, you remember, it's counseling practice, and it just comes across as like really, like you probably, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not what we do as counselors and as Christians. It's not a competition. The sun shines on us better. It's not like what happens if you're a Christian counselor and you have to refer to someone for a psychiatrist or something like that. You have to work. We all are working together, and don't dig at one professional or one vein of counseling versus the other. Now I do say this, and I'll say it till the day I die. Professional counseling is a real thing, not coaching. I love coaches. I love what they do. But I see a lot of people say I'm a coach, but they don't want to actually become a professional counselor. So they say, I'm going to do coaching. Absolutely not. That is not the same thing. Okay? And then that's not taking a dig at anybody, because I do, like I said, I respect everyone's profession when they come into. I have a problem when we are trying to observe you're trying to offer mental health services under the compass of a coach or a coach advocate or a trauma advocate, and you're a coach and you're offering trauma coaching sessions. That's a problem, and that's just completely unacceptable. Okay. Again, I said this before. We do not. We offer. You can say that for telehealth clients. Again, we do office. We work COVID, y'all. COVID. Telehealth. You can say everything's confidential, but we don't do counseling sessions over Skype, FaceTime, or non-healthcare platforms. Okay, the healthcare platforms, they are a lot more privacy protected than for healthcare professionals. You don't have to put like copies of your license and all that to be able to get, and they do cost a monthly fee. But don't add, people say, because what happens, people think, we can, we're offering these virtual sessions now for counseling, and now you think that's a thing, and now what you're doing is, just don't. Okay, don't advertise that. Sign up for one of those professional ones, Simple Practice, Therapy Notes, Theranest. And the list goes on and on and on. All those have it's an electronic medical record, but it also has a component where they have their own virtual platform. Zoom has one. Doxy something has one. Even G Suite has one, but you have to pay for the one, and it's privacy protected. Not the free one. The free one is not. I think that's like the Google Hangouts or the Google Meeting. That's not the one you want to use, because it's not for healthcare providers. It's not privacy protected. But there's another one that you can use. You download the BAA agreement, and you can use that as a counseling strategy. Okay, so I said keep track of your referrals, and invest in subscription sites. They do work. Okay, some work better than others, and I really just think it's regionally. I don't necessarily think one doesn't work. I think like, if one is more popular in one area, then that tends to work a little bit more. Some of them have more reputable, they've been around a lot longer, things of that nature. I had to discontinue one because it just wasn't popular in my area. I don't think that it was a dig on the founder of it, but it just wasn't popping in my area. Okay. And again, pick a topic that you specifically want to talk about, and you can do promotions over on it. If you want to use social media to market, that's fine, but talk about that. Speak on it, write books about it, write information and material about it. You can offer in your website, offer free downloads or free like workbooks or things of that nature. Put disclaimer: this is not a substitute for counseling practice, but offering free things. I've written books about a lot of the things that I counsel people about. Again, I'm not Again, I don't sell my books to my clients, but you get what I'm saying. You kind of get a gist of what I am with the professional that I am based upon the books that I've written. So again, pick a topic that's related to your practice and speak on it, teach on it, write about it, have information about it, have free downloads. Have an ease of scheduling. Say, hey, if you guys want to schedule with me, technically for my website, you can just go and schedule. Now, what you do is you reserve a slot. We still have things that you have to do, like fill out your intake packet. We have to make sure that we can actually see you, things of that nature. But to be able to say, hey, you guys, you can schedule here, that's a different strategy, okay? We do not offer counseling sessions. Let me go back over email. You don't offer counseling sessions over email, okay? Yeah. I can break that down a lot more, but not over email. That's just too much, okay? And also, again, you can use social media to your advantage, but keep promoting. But don't just put, like I said, that one little flyer that says, hey, I'm Kingdom Creative Counseling. This is what we offer. It's not going to get it. I mean, I have my flyers up there. I'm just telling you, people that's not going to get it. Okay? But you still use social media to your advantage. Doing promotionals, being involved with certain things. You can be involved in certain groups within your particular area. I meet a lot of other clinicians now it's COVID, it's a little hard when I'm doing like CEUs and I had to be there face to face and I would hand out my business cards there. But so use social media to your advantage, but you also want to watch what you post on social media as well. Okay, remember, professional boundaries is a real thing. Okay. Again, there's so much more that I can talk to you about. Again, pray over your business. Remember, if it's a practice that God birthed out of you, He will give you strategies. He'll send people in your direction. The Bible says, if I be lifted up, I will draw all men unto me. Are you drawing people to yourself, or are you drawing them to Him? Or are you drawing them to your technique? Keep praying over your business. God, this is what I did. God, this is going to be a place of healing. God, this is going to be a place of refuge. This is going to be a place of healing. This is going to be a place that people are going to love and they're going to enjoy, and healing is going to take place. And I just thank you for that. Pray over your business. God will increase it. Okay. So that's enough. Again, there's so much more I can say about how to grow your Christian private practice. Those are 15 tidbits. Again, visit my website, get some information. I have forms there. Don't take my forms, but just look in general about kind of how I do things. We are doing very, very, very well. Again, those two websites are www.SamariaColbert, my full name.com. That's just for Samaria. Okay. That has all the things I'm doing on there. But then look at www.KingdomCreativeCounseling.com. Again, www.KingdomCreativeCounseling.com. Just look at that alone. Okay. Look at that, see the differences, and see how Kingdom Creative Counseling focuses only on really just counseling, okay? And there's other things you can do, promotional videos, you can do Fiverr, making your own videos, get a videographer, sit down, talk about the benefits of counseling. I recently saw another young lady, she was walking around with a camera and walking into her office. It was really, really cute. She could post that also. There's so many different things that you can do. But those are just a few. And we're done for today. Thank you. And I'll be back. I don't know when, but I will. Bye.